very good evening to all of you, my dear brothers and sisters. I am your English teacher Shivam sir, and how are you all? Tell me in comment section, my dear friends, how is your English speaking journey growing? Are you growing or are you not growing? If you are writing one page daily, are you reading one page daily? If you are doing all these things, so my dear viewers, you are definitely growing from your soul. And to grow within and to grow from the soul, from the mind, is the supreme thing, is the sublime thing. So we are running a series called Part of Speech in English with Shivam sir, and I have already uploaded some videos of this series, and those videos were all about noun, pronoun, verb, adjective and adverb. If you haven't watched those videos, then my dear friends, after watching this video, please go to the playlist and watch those videos and try to learn that how can we use these things in our English speaking area to make our English speaking fluency, impressive and attractive. So here I am again with another and very important lesson called preposition. This is very important lesson in part of speech. If we know that how can we use these prepositions in our English speaking, then our English speaking is very good and grammatically correct. So without wasting any kind of time, let's get started this video. So preposition. What is preposition? Actually, preposition combination of two words, pre and position, pre plus position. Okay, if we divide this one word into two words, so it is pre and position. Pre means early and position means situation. So early situation of a word is called preposition. Here, if I talk about the bookish language of preposition, so book says the prepositions are the word that tells us how the things related to each other in a sentence. Don't forget it. This is very easy. Actually, I have made it. So, I am repeating again for you, my dear viewers. Prepositions are the words that tells us how the things are related in a sentence each other. That's it. So, move on to the kinds of preposition. Yes, my dear friends, kinds of prepositions we have, and there are three kinds of preposition. So if you have notebook and pen, then please try to make your notes and it will be helpful in future. So my dear friends, first kind of preposition is preposition of time, second number preposition of place, and the third is preposition of movement. Yes, time, place and movement. Yes, so we will start from the preposition of time. What is preposition of time? Actually, time showing word, time showing prepositions are in the category of prepositions of time. We have few words to show prepositions of time. Words like in, like at and on. In, at, on. These are time showing words. If I use one of the word in one example, so I would say that I wake up early in the morning. I wake up early in the morning. So morning is a time, you know my dear friends, morning is a time. So in, at, you can say at night or on time. So these are time showing prepositions. So move on to the second kind of preposition. So our second kind of preposition is prepositions of place. Preposition of place. So what is preposition of place? The word which shows a place, which denotes a place, are the prepositions of place. We have few words to use preposition of place, and they are in, on, behind and between. Yes, my dear friends, these are prepositions of place. In, we can use in, or we can use on, behind, or between. If I use these words in one example, so I would say you can use any word or you can make your own sentence. Okay, my dear friends. So if I say a book is on the table, a book is on the table, so on the table, so these word is showing a place. That's why these are prepositions of place. My dear friends, rest all the prepositions you can make your own examples. So let's move on to the third kind of preposition, and third kind of preposition is preposition of movement. What? Preposition of movement. Yes, very easy. We have certain words to use preposition of movement. The word like across, words like along, across, along, and through, into. Across, along, through, THROUGH, and into. We can use these prepositions to show any kind of movement. If I use one preposition in my own example, so I would say that a blind beggar fell into the well. A blind beggar fell into the well. So into, here into is showing movement. That's why they are in the category of prepositions of movement. So we have more prepositions, we have lots of prepositions, you know very well, because preposition is not a very short chapter. This is a very long topic of the part of speech. So we discuss more prepositions further. Let's discuss in and at. In and at. I think you all are familiar with these prepositions. So my dear brothers and sisters, you know we use in to show that we live in a great or big city, and we use at when we have to show a small place or small village. You are familiar with it. If I tell you one example of these words, so I would say that I live in Allahabad. I live in Allahabad. Allahabad is a big city. If I say I live in Arjunpur, I live in Arjunpur. So Arjunpur is a small place. So grammatically here in is wrong. We have to use here at. Okay, my dear friends. So I have to say that I live at Arjunpur. I live at Arjunpur. So this is the common use of in and at. Let's discuss other. So we have in and within. In and within. Yes, here in and within, time showing prepositions. We use in preposition when we finish time in the right time. Okay, my dear friends, when we finish any work in the right time, then we say in. Or when we finish any work before the time, so we have to say within. If I use these words in one example, so I would say that I can do this work in 1 hour, or I can do this work in an hour. It means my capacity is that I can finish this work in complete 1 hour. And if I say within an hour, it means I can finish this work before 1 hour. Okay, my dear friends. So this is the use of in and within. If let's discuss more. So more, we have words like in and into. In and into. So in, here in shows fixity or stability, and into is a movement showing prepositions. If I say that an almirah is in the room, an almirah is in the room, it means almirah is standing in one corner. This object is fixed, stable. This is not a moving object. And if I say that a boy jumped into the river. A boy jumped into the river. So here into is showing a kind of movement. So this is the preposition of movement. We have more prepositions like beside and besides. You might be heard of it. Yes, my dear friends, beside and besides. So what is besides? It is besides. It means in addition to, and beside means by the side. Okay, my dear friends, so if I make one example by using these prepositions, so I would say that I purchased a pen besides a notebook. I purchased a pen besides a notebook. And if I use beside, so I would say that I sat beside you. I sat beside you. So let's discuss more preposition like on and upon. On and upon. So when we have to show that anything is up on any object but it is not moving, and when a thing is on any object but that thing is moving, so when in this situation we use upon. If I use these words in one example, so I say that a book is on the table. A book is on the table. Here book is not a moving object. Book is a stable object. And if I say a quick brown dog, a quick brown dog jumped upon the table. So here jumped upon the table, dog is a moving object, and not he, it, we can use for dog it. Okay, my dear friends, actually it is a introductory word and it is a dummy subject, so we can use for dog it. Okay, my dear brothers, so it is a moving object, dog is not a stable object on the table, so we will use upon for the dog. So I hope you are enjoying this video. And my dear friends, brothers and sisters, if you liked this video, then please right now hit the like button. And if you think, my dear brothers, that this video is helpful for the new beginners, English starters, and for the students, so please, my dear friends, share this video in your social media group. And if you haven't subscribed our channel Sri Hari Coaching Center, then right now please hit the subscribe button also and hit the like button. So my dear friends, on the last note, I want to say the slogan of our channel, and the slogan is, the more you practice, the better you feel. The more you practice, the better you will be one day. So at the last, I want to say, live English, like English, and feel English. So on this note, I want to say bye-bye to all of you, and we shall meet in my next video. Till then, bye-bye, take care, thank you.